People can only do what we allow them to do in any and every situation. Even if that consequence seems harsh, people can only do what we allow them to do to us. That was one of the hardest things that I had to come to grip with, and one of the hardest things that I had to understand when I finally came out of the narcissistic abuse that I experienced. The hardest thing that I had to accept was accountability. I felt for so long that because I was so kind to them and all I wanted to do was see them live to the potential that I originally saw that I had failed for. I just wanted them to get jobs and be able to feel like men, and also to be able to help themselves instead of always asking me for help. I just wanted to see the best. But in that, doing that was a form of control. And typically people mirror you. So the relationships were controlling, but it took me years to be able to see how I was being controlling as well. You cannot force a person to do what they are supposed to do, even if it is beneficial to them. Forget it being beneficial for you. You cannot force a person to be a good person. That is still a form of control, and it never works out. It just leaves you resentful of them, and it leaves them resentful of you. You should not have to force a person to respect you, to love you, to choose you. If that person has placed you in their life as an option, then you would need to show them that you're not an option. They've gotten the wrong impression. And this wrong impression benefits them. They're going to continue to treat you that way until you do something to stop it. So that was one thing that I had to learn, and it was one of the hardest things for me to learn, is that the reason why I went through what I went through with both my daughter's father and my son's father is because I did not see the value or the worth within myself. I did not see the love within myself. I did not set strong, healthy boundaries. I didn't know to set strong, healthy boundaries. I did not recognize the signs when we first started talking. The signs were always there. And I stayed way too long and took up with way too much. Because when you know your worth, when you know your value, when you love yourself, you determine very quickly what you deserve and what you do not deserve, what you're not going to put up with. Now, sometimes it may take a while to figure out how to get yourself out of that situation, but understand when there is a will, there is a way. God always makes a way out of something. I've made it out of both situations, and both situations were pretty dangerous. And I've had to enlist help from people. I've had to go without. I've had to lose multiple times. Jobs, cars, apartments, even my education. I had to lose everything because I did not choose me. You have to choose you first before anyone else will choose you. You have to respect yourself first before anyone else will respect you. And if a person does not love themselves, then they don't know how to properly love you. They won't properly love you. So if any to take away from this message, love yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself, choose you first, and everything else is sure to follow. I guarantee it. But that one thing taught me so much, and that is the reason I went through that situation as long as I did is because I allowed it. The reason I dealt with the controlling is because I also was in controlling energy. I pulled it in, attraction. I pulled in, and they mirrored my controlling energy, regardless to whether my heart was in the right place or not. You have to allow people the free will to do what they want. If they don't want to work, you could try to encourage a person, but you cannot force them to take a job. You cannot force them to do the things that they should want to do for themselves. Like I said, if they don't love themselves and take care of themselves, how could they love and take care of you and your heart? It was very hard for me to accept that. But once I did, everything else fell into place. And nobody can play with me after that. That's the beauty of coming out on the other side, because now I realize and I understand I never had to deal with that. And now that I realized I never had to deal with that, I never will deal with it again. Make sure you comment, subscribe, follow my channel, so that way you could be done dealing with it too. You don't have to deal with that, babe. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're wonderfully made. God said when he made you, he made a good thing. You don't have to settle for less. You don't deserve to have to settle for less. And whoever told you that or made you feel that way, who didn't choose you, don't worry. God chose you. That's another thing I had to learn. After years of bullying, I went through years of abuse. And I finally get it. And I'm not being bullied no more. I'm a grown woman. I don't care less. I'm okay with being alone. I take solo trips. I do solo dates. I love on myself. I do self-care dates. And I'm not experiencing what I experienced. But I was young and I needed to go through the fire to learn these things so I can come and help you all. You don't have to go through narcissistic abuse. Come to my channel and learn about the different tactics that they use. I will teach you. Send me a comment. Follow me on my social handle. Send me a DM. I will help you. We'll recognize these signs together, babe. Because if one thing is for sure, two things for certain. I never want another woman to go through what I went through, and I see it happening so much that it's sickening and it hurts my heart. God allowed me and blessed me to be able to get out of those situations alive. To get out of those situations and still love myself, see my worth even more, even brighter. I woke up one day and realized I didn't know myself. Anytime someone asked me a question about my health, I answered for my children and my ex. Anytime somebody asked me if what I like to do, I answered for my children and my ex. But guess what? Now I could ramble on and on about who I am, what I do, what I like to do. And it took some time. And that's the story of a lot of us moms, a lot of us women, especially women of minority and color. And I want to be a safe place for you all. I want this to be a sisterhood. So if you're ready to glow up, if you're ready to get out of that toxic environment, that toxic situation, and finally have peace, if you want to learn how to be okay being alone, then wherever it's at, press that button, baby, wherever it's at. All right. Well, peace and love and blessings to you. I'm about to go into work, start my day. But yes, be encouraged, be blessed, do your research. If you feel like you are being mistreated in that relationship, in any relationship, not just a romantic relationship, but platonic relationships, make sure to do your research. Make sure to check in with your heart. Check in with your emotions. Your emotions be telling you who these people are to you for real. Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual principalities. It's not just a physical world, it's a spiritual world. And sometimes people are sent to hinder you. Sometimes people are sent to destroy your destiny. These toxic relationships are messing up your bag, sis. They messing up your money, baby. They messing up your mind. They are psychologically exhausting, emotionally, spiritually, mentally exhausting. It's not just about physical abuse. Somebody could be manipulating the hell out of you. And if you are not recognizing the signs, they're going to continue to do it. And then you're wondering why you're not achieving your goals and your glow up is not really sticking. And it's because certain people cannot come with you, love. Some people cannot come with you. Some people can be in your presence when you receive these blessings because they were out of your presence talking stuff about you, or they were out of your presence and they were not treating you right. And they were in your presence not treating you right. God ain't going to allow you to be a blessing to them any longer. You've been a blessing enough. Sometimes you got to let people go and let God bless them. And with that, I'm finna go to work. Peace. Make this money, honey.